friends, listen, I just wanted to take a moment to offer you something kind of cheerful and an acting tip to boot. So this is going to be a pretty non-fancy video, not that my other videos have been particularly fancy. But first of all, happy St. Patrick's Day. I know a lot of us are in self-quarantine because of the coronavirus. And if you know me at all, you know that I love acting, I love actors, I love sharing my love with students and clients, and I had to cancel my class today just because I want to be safe and keep everyone else safe. Anyway, but it drives me crazy, and I wanted to figure out a way that I could do something that actually could help continue to serve. So first of all, I encourage all of you to use this time. I know personally I'm struggling with like just sitting around and fretting and scrolling through social media, but I really want to encourage you to use this time to find a creative outlet. And that might mean, you know, downloading a script from the internet. There are plenty of free ones, or if you have a book of monologues on your shelf, maybe like learning a monologue or practicing your cold reading. We can always use more of that. Anyway, you want to use this time as productively as possible, so that once we get on the other side of this, it'll just be less of a nightmare in the during part. Anyway, I told you this wasn't going to be very fancy. I hadn't even really thought this through. But anyway, so today's tip is about eye lines. So a lot of actors struggle both in the room and when they're videotaping an audition with doing eye lines. And eye lines are really crucial because they can really help sort of like set the scene. So today I just want to do like a brief video on doing eye lines for driving a car. And so I always carry a package of painter's tape, you know, that blue tape that peels off really easily, in my camera bag, so that if I need to, like, I can just put pieces of tape different places to give me an eye line, so that I always have something kind of to refer back to. So say you have a scene where you're driving a car. It's really tempting to want to do this, right? That is an option, but here's what I'm going to suggest so that we can keep our eyes forward. So say you're driving. So one of the big things is you got to keep your eyes on the road as much as possible. We're told so much to connect, you know, like I got to connect with the person that I'm talking to, but here's the thing. If I'm driving like this and talking to Bob, oh, look, I've driven off the road, right? So I don't know who Bob is, but he's here with me apparently. Anyway, so you got to have a horizon line, right? So here I am driving, and you know, you might hold one hand up as if you're holding onto the steering wheel, and you know, you really kind of want to be focusing on whatever it is that's in front of you, preferably the road. Maybe you have to look up in the rear view mirror because maybe this is a chase scene and you know, you think somebody's following you, right? So my eyes are going up just to look in that rearview mirror. Maybe you want to look over and talk to Bob, right? So I don't need to go in profile and talk to Bob and again, drive off the road. But what I can do is, when I don't have my eyes on the horizon, yeah, I glance over at Bob. Yeah, I know, pipe down, you're being a little too loud, stop pulling focus. Anyway, right, so you don't want to take your eyes off the road too long. And then say you also want to look in your driver's side mirror, you know, that little side mirror. I don't know the technical automobile term, but anyway, we'll say driver's side mirror. Anyway, you can just do that, right? So I tend to personally just tilt my head when I'm looking at that mirror. So maybe you don't, maybe you just dart your eyes over, right? But that way we've got actually four eye lines: horizon, rear view mirror, Bob, and you know, driver's side mirror, right? And so that way we can create a fairly nice illusion of being in a car, right? Anyway, and then if you have to reach under your seat to get, say, some licorice. I don't know what you keep under your seat. I don't keep licorice under my seat. Anyway, I got that from the movie Wild. Anyway, so we want to be careful not to do this. Oh, I'm going under my seat. Look, now you can no longer see me, right? We just want to suggest it, right? So maybe, you know, reach down. Of course, I should be looking at the horizon. Okay, reach down, and then grab it and then come right back up, just like you would when driving. Hopefully you're not texting and driving. Anyway, all that to say is keep your chins up. We're going to get through this. Artists are strong. Artists are resilient. We've been through much worse than this. So break a leg out there, my loves. If you like this video, please feel free to share. with anyone. I also have a YouTube channel, so feel free to like us on YouTube, and hang in there, folks. We're all in this together.